Hello everyone, welcome to my corner of the world, and today we're going to go for a bit of a technique. And so I've pre-cut my my pieces. This is just half a sheet of A4, but you can obviously use half a sheet of letter size. You could do this on a 5x7 or a 5x5 or a 6x6, whatever you want to do. I've cut my inside piece. This is my To You Love From Me, and obviously envelope, and then these are going to be my focal points at the front. So I'm going to just kind of make a little bit of a start with a little bit of stamping, just to get this little bit out of the way. And I'm going to be using florals. So I've just got this little floral stamp. It comes from this set, which I think also, as like everything I've got, is long since retired from Stampin' Up, but hey, they still work beautiful, so that's what we're going to carry on using. And so that is our piece inside. So we can set that aside for a few moments along with the envelope. And I'm trying to find somewhere to put it that I'll remember where I've put it so I don't panic. Don't need this piece just yet, but we will shortly. So this is where we're going to focus. And I'm going to share with you a technique using an embossing folder, and I'm going to use this one. And I found this technique works best if you've got a nice sort of well developed deep embossing folder, and this is one of the thick ones. Again, it's probably long since retired, but it is a lovely one. So we're going to run our piece of card through that. I'm not sure. I think this has a direction. Maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to pop it in like that. And it doesn't matter too much if it's not straight, because it's quite random. And I'm just going to pop it in. Hinge first, and that just protects the hinge. Stops it sort of snapping. So there's that bit. And I'll show you what a lovely deep impression that gives. Can you see what I mean? It really is a lovely deep impression. So I'm sure you've got one in your stash with a nice deep impression that you can use. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a label. And I've got these, and unfortunately it sticks inside the little pocket I made for it. There we go. So I'm going to use this greeting, just best wishes, because I figure best wishes can be used for anything. Best wishes for a happy birthday, best wishes for your anniversary. So I'm going to use best wishes and just see which one that will fit nicely into. I think I'm going to use the curvy one. So we're going to use this one, and we're going to cut ourselves a label. And then I can put my machine away. And it would help, of course, if I had a piece of cardstock handy. There we are. Which I didn't have, but I do now. Right. So we'll just pop that on there. And because the stamp is clear, it means I can cut this and I can just line up. I don't have to worry about sort of stamping it and then lining it all up if I haven't got a clear stamp. So I think we're good to go on that. Oof, that's heavy. Right. we've got those pieces, and I think we can safely find ourselves. Right, so those are our pieces that we've created. Now what we're going to do is put some on our paper on our work surface, and then I've got this white stamp pad, and it's pigment ink, which basically means it's sort of quite thicker than the regular sort of inks that we use. So all I'm going to do is to take this and try and keep it as flat as possible. Is I'm just going to swipe this over the top, and this is why I said that you need a nice deep embossing folder, because it will pick up the ink a lot better. So I'm not pressing, I'm simply swiping, and it's just picking up. I think I've probably got enough ink on there now, but I'm just going to go just a little bit over there, a bit more over there. And I think I've got some on here, but I'm not going to be too phased about that, because it won't really show. I don't think it'll show. Now that is a weeny bit damp, so we will need to let that set a minute while we decide what we're going to do next. Right, so that's the technique. I don't know what to call it. It basically just is that. And I'm guessing it probably works best on a darker card. I can try it on a lighter one. I did this one on a paler, and that worked really beautifully. I like that as well. So you can use but it obviously going to give you a far more stark or obvious appearance if it's on a darker card. So there is that bit there, and we can just go ahead and attach it to my base piece. Now if you look under this video in the description, you'll find that there is a link to the blog post for this particular card, and that's where I'll give you the measurements that I'm using. And I have to say, the reason I'm using this kind of size is I had about 3/4 of a sheet of this colour card, and it was enough to do the card base and to do the layer, and so that's why that's that size. So you know, you don't have to not do something because you haven't quite got the right size piece of card. And I'm hoping that by the time we lay this down, it'll look exactly like it. You know, that was my plan. Actually, it was my plan, but you know, it doesn't have to fill the whole of the front. So there's my inside piece, and there's my front side piece. Now I wanted to use a bit of bling, and I've got this ribbon, and I think it goes really beautifully with this. And I thought that then we could put the greeting like here, or we could put a bit lower so there's more of that showing, and put the greeting there. That was kind of my thought. I don't know what anybody else, what do you think? I don't know. Can you see that there's a ridge on the back of this? That's caused by the die pushing down into the cardstock. I am just going to do that with my bone folder, and that will flatten that out, and it'll sit nice and flat when I put it on the card. Okay, let me put you back in so you don't. There we go. Otherwise it'll set in the tube and won't work. All right, so here we go. We're going to go with the greeting. Tell you what, if I put this down, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Right, I hope I don't get my head in. If I do, I apologise, but that is not bad. That is not a bad middle for diddle there. Right. So we could put it down there, but I'd have to then push it right the way around like that and have some in the middle. Not that I have a problem with it with this type of card, but then it means I've got to try and tie a knot with it nice, being nice, and so I could do like that. But then maybe I'll stick to my tried and tested. So if we have it like this, and then I'll put this there. Yes, let's do that. Get some scissors. And we're going to attach this here. Now, you could do this using pale card and a dark ink. That just came to mind. That I guess that would work. All right, so we're just going to give that a bit of a burnish down, so it's not going to go anywhere. Like that. And then we'll get some double-sided sticky pads to attach it to our card front. Now I'm thinking if I hadn't have used maybe a floral embossing folder, these colours would perhaps go really nicely for a fella. I wouldn't perhaps put sparkly ribbon on it. I'd perhaps put like maybe some linen thread, or you know, some twine of some description. And that would sort of just make it a little bit more masculine, I think. Right, let's just, I'm going to get a glue dot, and I'm going to stick it underneath my ribbon so it doesn't move. And this piece of card is, the ink is still a little bit wet, so maybe using a could use a heat tool to just give it a little bit of a dry. And now we've got to decide what we're going to do with this. I think we'll do that. And what I'll do this time is I'll use some of this edge, and I'll put at the top and at the bottom, so that my ribbon will just be passing through the middle there. Right, so we are very nearly there, but I think, as always, it needs a little bit more. Let's get this, and I'll get that out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Move that, and I've got here some sort of coppery ones, which I think might go quite nicely. Looks like I've used up all the little ones, so we can put them, we can put one here and make it look like it's like got like studs attaching it like that. And then maybe we'll just put, I'm going to do maybe a 5. My friend Ellie says you need an odd number, so We've already used 2, so we need another 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And I think I like that one. How long were we? 15 minutes. Even though I did do a little bit of cutting in preparation, it's just taken maybe 30 minutes with cutting and just pulling the stuff out of my stash. And I really like that. And there's the envelope. And I think that would make a great card for maybe somebody who doesn't like a lot of frilly stuff, and isn't like into sort of pinks and purples and lilacs and stuff like that. So I'm going to bring this up. I'm not going to do a close-up with the camera. The last few times I've done that, it switched the camera off, and I wasn't at all happy about that at all. So there's my card. There's my To You, love from me. So if you've enjoyed this one, please go ahead, give me a thumbs up. I'd certainly appreciate that. Subscribe, comment. I would really love to read anything you have to say. And don't forget to look in the blog for some, below this, for the link to my blog so that you can get the dimensions. Thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now.